So the next exercise we're going to do are lunges. There's 3 different ways to do these. What you always want to make sure is when you step out that you're actually keeping the shoulder width distance between your feet. A lot of people will cross their feet over and there's like they're walking on a tightrope, which you don't want. That's why you lose balance of lunges. So the beginner's way is put your feet shoulder width apart, and what you want to do is focus on the back leg bending and going down. And that's a nice, safe beginner's way. And you want to do 15 of these per leg. And more advanced way is to take a longer stride, so where that both your legs will bend to 90 degrees. So you go back with the back leg as well, and you come forward. Come up. So that's more of a longer strided lunge. And the most advanced way is a true lunge, which you go all the way forward and then press off. However, I would not recommend these as a beginning move. As well, if you've had a knee injury, I would avoid doing the lunges. You would want to do more of a lateral lunge instead, which we'll do in the next exercise. One way to make sure that you're not overstepping, you don't want your front knee to pass your ankle. So what you want to do again, or pass your toes, is lunge in front of a wall and then back up. So this is a way of making sure that your knee is not going too far past your toe, which is hard in the knee joint. This is what you do not want to happen. This knee past the toes, you want to avoid that. You want to put your toes in front of the wall and then go down. This helps ensure that your knee does not pass your toe. Right? So we're going to have you do a partial lunge. Come out. And you're going to lunge only part of the way down. Good, hold that position. Now I want you to look, your feet are pretty close, so you want to step out a bit more with this foot. That'll give you a bit more balance. Good. When you're doing this, you want to actually try to find a spot to look straight ahead so that you're not looking down your toes. You maintain your balance as well. Stomach in, chest up. So we're going to have you go a lot wider. So again, you want this foot probably to be more about here. So I want you to look at both your feet. You're on a tightrope. So you want this leg, you want them to be farther apart. There we go, nice. Okay, good. All right, and now I want you to focus on lowering the back leg and go down. Good, and come up. So your body posture is really good there. You didn't lean forward, which is what we want. Good, and try to bend that back knee a bit more.
This is kind of uncomfortable.
Okay, go into a place where you feel comfortable. Show me where you feel comfortable. Okay, so your feet are again a little bit too close. So there we go, nice. Okay, good. That looks good. Relax your arms. You want to exhale as you come up. And then with you, bend that back leg. So go down, nice. And then come back up. Good. She has really good posture. What we want to make sure is that you're not leaning forward at all. So both of them did a really good job at keeping their bodies upright. So let's do 15 and go. Exhale. As you come up. Great, and you can see both their front knees are not passing their toes, which is really good. And their toes are turning out a little bit in the back part, which is not a bad thing. Again, it's within the range of motion. That's not a harmful thing for them to do. Another thing that's an advantage of bending that back leg is also stretching out the front hip flexors. The hip flexor muscles are commonly quite tight in most people, and if you have a tight hip flexor, it will cause lower back problems as well. Good, and you want to exhale as you come up. Nice. Again, go within a comfortable range of motion. You should feel a little bit of a stretch in your back leg. How does that feel? And you should feel a little bit maybe of the front leg working. So, and when you come up, make sure you do not lock out that front leg. You don't really ever want to lock out any joints. So the next exercise is called the lateral lunge. A lot of the movements you usually do are back and forward, but in real life we actually do a lot of lateral movement. And this exercise helps build for balance. Again, there's lots of different ways to do this. You step out to the side, and a beginner's way of doing it is just to lunge on one leg. Back and forth, lateral lunge. Do 15 per leg. And more advanced movement would actually be to bound to the side and then press off. Again, using your balance. And what you could do is eventually add some weight, or you can add some height. So we're going to do a lateral step up off a side of a higher platform. You can go up to an angle where your leg is up to 90 degrees. You don't want to go higher than this because there's too much of a bend in your knee. You're going to go to 90 degrees. And I'm going to add a weight to mine. So I'm going to hold a weight onto one arm. I'm going to use this arm here for balance. And I'm going to step out. And what you want to do is you want to focus always ahead on a fixed point. Don't look at your feet. Always look ahead. Just bound to the side and then press off. That's called a lateral lunge. We can also change this into a lateral step up, which is here to the side and then step up. So we're doing a lateral lunge and a step up. So that's the most advanced movement that you would do. Lateral step up. Always look forward to maintain your balance. Don't be looking down at your feet because it's just bad posture. You want to be able to know where you're going, know where you're landing, and always look at something straight ahead. Some people will actually bring their knee up quite high, and that's more of an advanced movement, which we're not going to do here. So what you want to do is actually lunge to the side and step. Okay, and then you're just going to go into your, yeah, so perfect. So you want to have it that your legs are pretty spread far apart, yet where you're comfortable, and just lunge to one side and come full up. Lunge to one side and then come up. Good.
And where am I having my hands?
Anywhere you want, wherever's comfortable. Great. Good, work on your balance, it's all right. Okay, and go back down. And then, good, lunge up, touch your toe on the step, and then back down. Good, nice. Perfect. So again, looking straight ahead. So she's doing a lateral lunge with a bound, and he's doing a lateral step up. And both these exercises are really good for your inner thigh muscles, or your groin, and your outer gluteus medius, which is a smaller butt muscle. Okay, and you want to breathe. So when should you be breathing? So exhale as you come up. Good. Good, and you should feel a stretch more on your outside leg as well. Good, and this is really good for balance, stability. Stomachs are in, chests are up. You're exhaling as you come up. Work on your balance. Are we having fun? Good, nice work. You're doing 15 you're going to do 15 repetitions per side. So with this exercise, you just want to make sure that you don't stride too far. You do not want to do this with socks on because you'll slip. You can do all these exercises though in bare feet in the safety of your own home. Great, good work.